Good morning, guys. As we approach the end of this semester, I gotta tell you, I've been a bit stressed out lately. I've got worries about my family, I've got worries about you, I've got worries about grades, I've got worries about school and planning and the world and the virus. So as we're going through this right now, I want you guys to keep in mind to manage your stress. Take a step back and deep breath, blow it out. Because managing your stress can actually help you stay healthy, and I really want you guys to stay healthy. As you go into this break, make sure that you're staying distant and you're staying safe and managing your stress. Stress is a normal part of life. It's not always bad for you, but too much or poorly managed stress can compromise your immune system. Today I'm going to talk about your immune system, talk about the things that help defend you from those foreign invaders that make you sick. There are things out there that can do you harm, and once they get inside your body, we call that an infection. Your immune system is a defense system against those foreign invaders, and there's several layers to this defense system. So let's look at them now. Challenge number one is getting inside the body. Think of your skin like a barrier. Think of it like this towel. It is something that is covered with dead skin cells. It's got some acids. It's a really good barrier that helps protect us against things that want to invade us and go through. The wet parts of our body are the real dangers. Wet parts are really a whole new level of danger. Nose, mouth, eyes, those are a quick way to get from the outside into the wet interior. They get into the bloodstream and they spread throughout the body. Different from the dry acid exterior of our skin, you have what are called mucous membranes. The wet parts of your body have these portions that particles are supposed to go in and out of. They're supposed to absorb and release fluids. They're supposed to absorb and release gases. These are things that are interconnected. Once they're inside the body, traveling around is a lot easier. One of these invaders could be a virus, it could be a bacteria, it could even just be a piece of dirt, something that doesn't belong there. So challenge number two is getting inside a cell. The bacteria, when it gets into our system, is happy to just be in a wet place that's got some water, it's got some nutrients, and it's happy there. It's going to divide, multiply, and live a happy life. The virus, on the other hand, needs to get into a cell in order for it to survive. What happens to these guys? Who will save us? You have an army of soldiers defending you from your invaders. You have cells of various types. Meet your first soldier, the phagocyte. This is a white blood cell. There are lots of different types of white blood cells, but they're all made inside your bones. Did you know that? So here you have your bone, and the bone gives us structure, gives us strength. Inside the bone, if we're to cut it away, we can see inside the spongy area here is an area that actually creates white blood cells. Extra stress in your life can actually reduce the amount of white blood cells you're creating. So it's important to stay cool, stay chill, stay healthy. The phagocyte eats whatever comes along that doesn't look like it belongs. It could be a virus, it could be bacteria, it could just be a piece of dirt. And it's not a very sophisticated system either. He just comes along, and if something doesn't look like it belongs, he wraps it up, engulfs it, and starts to break it apart. He's not super smart, so he sometimes makes mistakes and eats things that he shouldn't eat and doesn't eat things that he should have eaten. While bacteria are happy to be just inside the body where it's wet and there's nutrients, a virus actually needs to get inside the cell. Inside the cell, he's trying to get inside. So what's going to happen? Who's going to save us this time? That's where this guy comes in. This guy we're going to call the helper T cell. The helper T cell is one who identifies who is this foreign invader. He identifies it looking at these spikes on the outside of it and figures out what it is. And he sends the message over to everyone else to say, hey, this is the type of organism that we're going to try to destroy. This is where this guy comes in. He's a helper T cell. Helper T cells figure out what kind of invader you're battling. They send that message on, and B cells figure out so B cells of these weapons, and these weapons are weapons we call antibodies. Antibodies fit like puzzle pieces onto the outside of the invaders, and sometimes they make them useless, and sometimes they break them apart. Finally, two more cells we're going to talk about today. We have the natural killer cells and the cytotoxic T cells. And these are white blood cells that roam around in the blood looking for any cells that look bad, any cells that are dying or diseased or full of viruses, and they destroy them. Check out these links, learn a little bit more about the immune system, and guys, stay healthy out there.